Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test.
Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Oh, yeah, that looks a lot better. Test one, test one, test one. All right, I think we are ready to go for this titanic struggle between the Rawlings 15U Tigers and the Music City Saints. Music City Saints are a 14U team having to play up because there is no 14U tournament here in Versailles this weekend. And we are at Versailles, Kentucky. And this is going to be a titanic struggle between these teams. Jeremiah Combs is on the mound for the Tigers. And welcome to our first broadcast of the season. And we'll see if we can keep you somewhat entertained. All right, the lineup for the Music City Saints. The first three will be Lofton, Rogers, and Sloan. The Music City Saints are wearing gold jerseys with, it looks like, black numbers, or maybe navy numbers, and white pants. The Tigers are wearing black jerseys with the white Tiger logo on it. And the first pitch from Combs is going to be a strike. 0-1 here to Lofton. Second pitch from Combs, and it's going to be hit to the third baseman, Ryan Payton, who throws over to Malcolm Hawley at first base, and that's going to be an out.
Good job, Tigers.
Good play right there by Ryan Payton. And here's number 4, Rogers, for the Music City Saints. And the first pitch to him is going to be a strike. We have 2 umpires for this tournament. One at home, one at first. And the next pitch by Combs is going to be in the dirt, and that's going to be a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rogers. Awaiting the next delivery from Combs, and that's going to be outside. 2-1. Here's the windup and delivery by Jeremiah, and that's going to be fouled away into the green grassy area that we have here at Woodford County High School. And that's going to be a foul, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jeremiah's ready, round up pitch, and that's going to be outside. We have a full count.
Come on, JC.
And Jeremiah's next pitch is going to be in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Noah Barrett, and that's going to be a ball anyway, and that's a walk. We have a runner on now for the Saints, with Sloan, number 24, coming to bat. Runner on first base, got a decent lead over there. Jeremiah delivers the pitch, and that ball's hitting the outfield, and that's going to fall right behind Caden Bottinger at second base, and that's going to be an out at second, as the runner had to hold up to make sure that the ball was not caught, and that was an elope play by Caden to get the ball over to Emerson O'Brien, who's the shortstop. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. And we got 2 away. And that's going to be a strike to the next batter, number 12 for the Saints, who is Cooper. Jeremiah's next pitch to Cooper is going to be hit to Emerson O'Brien at short, who is going to backhand that ball, throw it over to second base. Caden steps on the bag. That's the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left on due to the walk, and the Saints have 0. Tigers are coming to bat. And I'm also the game changer guy, so I've got to put this in here. Ground ball And that's going to be another fielder's choice from Emerson O'Brien to Caden Bottinger. Runners out at second, and that's going to be an out. All right. Looks like for the Saints, Hendricks is going to be the pitcher, number 8. And it looks like for the Tigers, your lineup is going to be this. Number 31, Matthew Barnett, who's playing center, will be leading off. The second batter, number 1, Braylon Goldie, he's in left field. The third batter, number 7, Emerson O'Brien, he's the shortstop. The fourth batter at first base, the big guy, number 34, Malcolm Hawley. At the 5th spot in the order is going to be Noah Barrett, the catcher, number 17. Batting 6th, number 14, Ryan Payton, he'll be at third base. Batting 7th, Jeremiah Combs. Batting 7th will be Darian Walling, the DH. He's going to be DHing for Jeremiah Combs, the pitcher. Batting 8th, Caden Bottinger. He's going to be the second baseman, wearing number 2. And the right fielder, Jesse Dance, number 0, will be batting last. There are a couple of substitutes for the Tigers. Aiden Tabor, Oates Bocamp. And we'll get to those players in a minute. All right. And we're about ready to start the bottom of the first inning here. I hope we are coming loud and clear across YouTube.
We got like the M&M brownies from Little Caesars.
I said, do you
And then
realize,
they freaking give them.
do you
They
realize
were
all
$6.
of us are teenagers, we need that
Like
brownie?
the free. That's like
And here's Matthew Barnett with his Bosnian folk song, walk-up song. Hopefully we will not get banned in Serbia again this year, but I would not bet the farm on that. We're the only broadcast ever banned in Serbia for Little League Baseball. First pitch to Matthew.
Come on,
It's going to
man.
be his called strike.
Right down the middle, dude.
Matthews batting .571, leads the team in most offensive categories. And he's going to foul that one off, and that's going to be 0-2. On his high school team, he plays for the Bryan Station Defenders.
Hey, how are you? Thank you.
And let's see what happens here as Hendricks is about to throw the ball here, wind up, and the delivery. And that is going to be a bloop hit past the shortstop for a hit. And Matthew is now going to be over 600 on a wacky-looking hit, but at least it's a hit.
Does that have something to do in Lexington with my sister before 2 o'clock?
Do you need us to get him here tomorrow, too?
If possible, because his brother has a tournament here too.
That brings up Braylon Goldie, number 1.
I got you.
But thank you.
Yeah, we'll do it. Appreciate it. Hey, how are you?
And the first pitch to Braylon is going to be a strike. And
Get there.
ball thrown over the head of the first baseman by the catcher on the throw, and Matthew will get to second.
Come on, Braylon. Come on, Braylon.
And that's going to be 1 ball, 0 strikes, and Matthew is going to advance on the stolen base arrow. Next pitch to Braylon is going to be hit over to the first baseman, who's going to pick it up, field it, and Braylon's going to move the runner over to third. Here's Emerson O'Brien.
Good job, Braylon. Come on, Em.
Emerson leads the team in RBIs. Here's the first pitch to him. It's going to be a strike. Strike looking. Matthew at third with one out, ready to score. And let's see if he is ready to score. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and the ball gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Matthew to do much. 0-2 to Emerson.
Yeah, see, I had to move over. Okay.
Coming to you on this broadcast from the tent city that the parents have set up here for the Tigers. Hendricks' next pitch to Emerson. That's going to get away from the catcher. That's going to be a wild pitch. Matthew will score, and the Tigers up 1-0. So Matthew scores a run on that wild pitch. 1-0 Tigers. Malcolm Hawley on deck. And if Malcolm can get one, it's going to leave this park with its 365 dimensions. 1-2 pitch, 1-2 count to Emerson. And the pitch to Emerson is going to be fouled away into the grassy knoll behind us.
Come on, Em.
Got to watch those grassy knolls. You never know who's hiding behind them. And here's the 1-2 count. And that's going to be outside. Ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Emerson's going to hit that ball, and it's going to be fair. Fair down the right field line. The right fielder does not pick up the ball immediately, and Emerson's going to be on second base with a double. No hustle right there by the right fielder. And that's going to result in a double.
Trade places with him.
And here comes Malcolm Hawley. And that ball's going to be high for a ball. It's getting away from the catcher, and that's going to get over to that's going to move Emerson over to third base. And that will count as a passed ball by the catcher Eisenberg, number 4 for the Saints. 1 ball, 0 strikes, says the umpire. Umpire should know what he is discussing there. Here's the next pitch, and it's going to be a ball. And it looks like Hendricks is trying to pitch around Malcolm Hawley.
Talk about the catcher's glove. It's cool.
Yeah, the catcher's got a nice little glove. Looks kind of patriotic. Red, white, and blue. That's going to be a strike.
Now you're seeing it. Come on, Malcolm.
2 balls, 1 strike to Malcolm. And Hendricks steps off the rubber here, and we are going to have a break in the action. Emerson O'Brien dancing around at third. Malcolm Hawley with a 1-2 with a 2-1 count. Now it's 2-2.
Come on,
Come
buddy.
on, Malcolm.
Use that bat.
Only 1 out.
Use that bat.
Noah Barrett on deck. And that's going to be a strikeout swinging for Malcolm Hawley as he swung at a high one. 2 away, and here's Noah Barrett. And that should put Ryan Payton on deck, as it does.
Come on, Noah.
Go 1-7.
And that's going to be a first pitch. That's going to be a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way to watch.
ball thrown down to third base. Emerson's back in time, but it looks like we got a little game of Twister going on down there at third base.
Courtney's so glad he's back.
And it looks like Emerson won that game of Twister. Got on the red button there. And that's going to be 3-0 now. I thought there was a strike there. Guess not. And that's going to be a strike. 3-1. That's going to be a foul. Three balls, 2 strikes. Full count. And Noah Barrett's going to walk.
Come on, Smalls.
And we got runners up the corners. And here's Ryan Payton with 2 outs. And we're going to have a mound conference for the Saints. And we're going to have Aiden Table come on to be the courtesy runner for Noah Barrett, the catcher.
No spaghetti on your sweater. They're based out of Nashville, but it's kind of like Rawlings. They're all from all over. Apparently they've got... No, they're local. That's what Lexi was saying. I'd have played it again, but he's already in the box.
All right, here we go with Ryan Payton.
Smalls.
And we have a strike to Payton.
Come on, Smalls. I love it.
Runners at the corners still. Table at first, O'Brien at third, and that's going to be a ball. Stolen base by Aiden Table. As now we have 2 strikes.
Come on, Ryan. Oh my gosh, you were sweet. I will take you as soon as whatever happens here happens. I will take you up on it.
And that's going to be a foul ball. And here we are with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. And that is going to be the inning. 2 left on for the Tigers, but they do score 1 run. 1-0 Tigers. All right. Hope we're coming in loud and clear on the internet. Let's see here.
I know. It's hot. And there's some in Matt's bag. I doubt he puts it on.
Oh, hot dog, I can hear it. I can hear myself online. Ain't that great?
Well, tomorrow I'm wearing a tank top.
Now, here's the thing. We're going to have a fundraiser for the Rawlings Tigers on Tuesday night over at the Culvers. And it's going to be over at the Culvers off of Reynolds Road by the Meyer. I believe it's 5 to 8. And the team gets a percentage of the sales that are going to be had at Culver's during that time. And this fundraiser is going to be used to pay for tournament entry fees for the last two games of the last two tournaments of the season. So come out, support the kids, and get yourself a pretty good meal. And the kids may even deliver it to your car, deliver it to your table, deliver it someplace. Only Lord knows what the kids will do. And I don't even think the Lord knows what the kids will do. Now, here's the thing. If you don't come out to the fundraiser and help the kids raise money, then I've got to sell pictures of myself on OnlyFans. And God knows Lexington is not ready for that. So, your choice. Come out to Culver's and get some food, or pay $35 on OnlyFans to see me. Lord knows we don't want to do that. Lexington's not ready for that. In fact, my wife just gave me $50 not to do anything on OnlyFans. As did my cat. My cat just gave me $50. And here's Hendricks, the starting pitcher, ready for the Tigers. And that's going to be high in a ball. And apparently my boss did not care for the OnlyFans comment because I'm getting text messages now. Jeremiah's second pitch, going to be a ball. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Tent City seems to be moving closer and closer to the screen here at Woodford County Middle School. And here's Jeremiah with the pitch, and it's going to be fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hendricks. Palmer, number 2, is the batter on deck for the Saints. 1-0 here starting the top of the second. And the pitch. I believe that was outside.
See Matt, so I'm good. Yeah, right.
That's going to be a walk. And Jeremiah gives up a walk here to Hendricks. And here is Palmer. Wonder if his first name's Robert. He could be addicted to love. 80s reference there. And that's going to be a stolen base. Good jump right there by Hendricks. And it's going to be a 1-0 pitch. 1-0 count here to number 2, Palmer. And it's going to be 2-0. Got a stolen base runner on second there, and we have 2 balls here to Palmer. Jeremiah's next pitch is going to be a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs yet here in the top of the second. Next pitch from Jeremiah to Palmer, and the ball is going to fall right in front of Noah Barrett, who throws it down to third base, and the runner is going to be safe.
3-1 count, 3-1.
And we got a 3-1 count, says the umpire. And we have a timeout as Coach Goldie is going to go out to the mound and have a few words with Jeremiah. And we have now a nice little convention on the mound as the entire infield joins Coach Goldie in this little discussion. Maybe they're talking about where they're going to take me for dinner.
White Castle.
Something tells me they're not talking about that. White Castle's a good idea. You know, Jeff Ruby's would be better. I think the kids could pitch in $50 a piece to take me to Jeff Ruby's. What?
Are you like in La La Land?
Yes, I'm in La La Land. It's my broadcast. I can be in La La Land if I want.
He's dreaming. Keep dreaming that little.
All right, and the convention's over. Hopefully they've decided they're going to buy me the chocolate cake dessert at Kroger. And here we go. Jeremiah's supposed pitch. Next pitch there. Right back to Jeremiah. It's going to be thrown home. And the runner tries to advance from third to home. And Malcolm throws a bullet back to the home plate area. Noah Barrett catches it, applies the tag, and we have a double play. Great defense right there. Ball in play, ground ball hit right back to the pitcher.
See, Dave, you're not allowed to go on any more vacations.
And he is out on the same play, and we have 2 outs there, and here's number 14 for the Saints. And number 14 hits it to Emerson O'Brien at short, and that is going to be an out. Number 14 for the Saints was Rudd. No, I'm sorry, Matthews. That was Matthews. And that's going to be the inning. All right, after 1.5, it's 1-0, and it is going to be Darian Walling up to bat. Look into Game Changers messages. All right. Here we go. That last ball was in play, hard ground ball over to Emerson O'Brien, who throws it over to Malcolm Hawley, and that's it. That was a great defensive play right there to end the inning. And just remember, fundraiser at Culver's on Tuesday night, or it's only fans for Doug. One of your that's your choices. All right. Now, where's my drink? There's my drink. It's way back here. Now we're going to do play-by-play on me getting a Coke out of the wagon. Aha! I got a Coke out of the wagon. What about that? Gotta love these broadcasts because I pretty much do a play-by-play of practically everything I do. And it's a hot day out here. All right, so it's going to be Walling, Bodiger, and Nance up for the Tigers. Rawlings Tigers, sponsored and supported by the Rawlings Sporting Goods Company. And if you come to the game tomorrow, and we will have a game tomorrow because it's not supposed to rain for the first time on a Sunday in like forever, you will be able to see me wear a orange shirt that says Rawlings Sporting Goods on it, and I will look like a movable billboard. Tigers wearing black uniforms with the Fighting Tiger logo on the batting helmets. A white tee with Tigers written through it.
Come on, Darian.
And white pants. And here's the first pitch to Darian Walling, who is DHing for Jeremiah Combs, the pitcher. And that is going to be a strike.
All right, use that bat.
Kind of a check swing. Wasn't able to check too well. And it's an 0-1 count. That's going to be a ball, says the umpire. 1-1 count to Walling. Here's the next pitch, and it's going to be fouled away, and Darian lost his bat, and it comes flying over here against the backstop. But hey, I like that swing right there. You know you swung when your bat swings out of your hand. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see what happens here with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. And there we go. And that ball is going to be fouled off, and it's going to be into the bullpen area, back past the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes still. And that's going to be a drop-throwed strike. Darian's going to be out. And that will bring up Caden Bottinger. And the on-deck batter is going to be Jesse Nance. All right. That's going to be a strike.
Keep your head on it.
Swing and a miss there. Here's the next pitch. And that's going to be hitting the air to the outfield, and that's going to fall. That's going to fall between the center fielder and the right fielder, and Caden's got a hit. That's going to be Caden's first hit of the year.
Come on, Jesse, keep it going.
And here's Jesse Nance. All right, and here's first pitch to Jesse from number 8 Hendricks, and it is going to be a ball. Caden over at first, and he's got some pretty decent speed. Here's the second pitch to him, and that's going to be a strike because Jesse thought that was going to be more inside than it was.
Come on, Jesse.
1 ball, 1 strike. Jesse plays high school ball for the Sarah Spartans, who had an absolutely stellar season this year. And that ball is going to be bunted, and Jesse looks like he's going to get there at this great speed. He is safe, and Caden is over at second base safe. Nice bunt right there by Jesse, and that's his second hit of the season. And here's Matthew Barnett back up. With his Bosnian folk music.
Hey, Brian. Come on, Matt. Get that white thing.
And the first pitch to Matthew here with
Thank you.
1 away in the second inning. It's going to be a ball. Matthew tells everybody to stay put, and they listen to him. I'm happy that Matthew's teammates listen to him because I don't. Here's the next one, and that's going to be fouled.
Straighten it out, kid.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He's always had his dad played for the police.
Yes.
And his was 18.
This is like the
All right. With that Bosnian folk music, we'll see if we get banned on YouTube again in Serbia. Pitch from Hendricks. It's going to be a ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 on. Matthews got a chance here to do some major damage. A little early for Matthew to be up. And that's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike.
He'll be awake in another half hour.
The resident soccer fan here. Overly excited and didn't throw the television down when Manchester City won. All right. And that's going to be a walk, and Matthew's going to be on, and we have bases full of Tigers
Come on, Braylon.
for Braylon Goldie. Braylon's got a chance to get an RBI or 2 here. And if he can, this could blow this game wide open. And because it's wide open, I can sing some Dixie Chicks right here, but I will not, just to save you all the headache. And that's going to be a ball as it gets away from the catcher. Ball 1. It's exciting to be back with you on the sound. Coaching 2 weeks at first base was really not for me. I can do it, but, you know, this is more fun. That's going to be a foul.
All right. Swing.
1 ball, 1 strike to Goldie. And with Braylon's dad being the head coach and the third base coach here today, maybe Dad will take him and get an ice cream if he gets a hit.
Get Dad Granny to take him.
Or just outright pay him $10. I like that idea better. Here we go. Next pitch. And Braylon's going to watch strike 2.
Okay, you got it. Come on.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on.
In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Really good patience right there. And the pitch. High for ball 3. We have a full count now for Braylon.
Come on.
Nice warm day here at Woodford County Middle School where we're playing this tournament for sales this weekend. Tigers have the next game too against a team called the Perry Elite. And what do I know about the Perry Elite? Nothing. I know nothing. That's going to be inside ball 4, and that's going to walk in Caden Bottiger. And it is 2-0 Tigers. And that brings up Emerson O'Brien, who got on with a hit in the first inning. Little hit down the right field line, turned into a double. And Emerson's going to hit that past the third baseman. That's going to score Jesse Nance. That's going to score Matthew Barnett. And that is going to get Braylon Goldie safe at third. Emerson's at second with a double. 4-0 now, and this game's been broken open. That ball was just out of the reach of the third baseman.
All right, Malcolm, keep it going.
4-0 now. Runners on second and third, and here's Malcolm Hawley hoping to keep this inning going with just 1 out. Love to see Malcolm put one over the 365 Woodford County Middle School sign in center field. Let's see if he can do it. Malcolm settles into the batter's box with a 4-0 lead. And here's the pitch. That's going to be ball 1. We have 4. 4-0. And Malcolm's going to hit that ball foul right past Coach Goldie.
Straighten that out.
But that was a great hit. Now, I do have to say, Coach Goldie's going to have to break a little faster to get that foul ball. Here's the next pitch. In the dirt outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 on. Here's the pitch from Hendricks, and Malcolm Hawley nails that one. And that ball is going to be over the head of the left fielder. That will score 2 more, and Malcolm's going to be in with a stand-up double. That ball was hit a mile. And that's going to bring 2 more in. It's now 6-0, and the Saints are going to have a little conference here.
Smalls.
All right, and I forgot what I was doing on this scorecard here, and that's going to be a double for Malcolm Hawley, and 2 RBIs for him, and it's going to be 6-0 with 1 away. 1 out, 6-0, and it looks like Hendricks is still going to be the pitcher for the Saints after that little conference. And here's Noah Barrett. High as Noah ducks, and that's going to be ball 1. The Tigers have been hitting the ball very well today. Here's the next pitch, and that's going to be a ball.
Now you've seen it. He called a strike.
Oh, he called a strike. Excuse me on that one. I thought he said ball. He said strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Must have hit the knees. And the next pitch from Hendricks. That's going to be a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to protect. Come on. Come on, Noah.
1-2.
All right, Noah's in a position here where if it's close, he's got to swing at it. And that ball's going to be hit to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it over to first base. And Noah's going to be out, but Malcolm will get the third. So that advances Durano with now 2 outs. Good defensive play right there by Palmer at short. And that's going to bring up Ryan Payton.
Go, Smalls.
And the first pitch. Yeah. And the first pitch to him is going to be swung on. And missed for strike 1. Hendricks pitch to Payton's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1.
Come on, Ryan.
What? No mama loves you?
Payton trying to get an RBI here. And looks like a ball. 6-0 lead here for the Tigers. Tigers have looked pretty good today. Tigers have lost 3 one-run games this season. And they played really well in 3 of the 4 games they've played in up to this point. And that's going to be a swing and a miss.
Keep your head on it.
That was what you call a fence swing and a miss right there.
You got this.
That was a MLB The Show swing and a miss right there. And 2-2 to Ryan. Here's the pitch. That's going to be well outside. Not waffling ball outside, but just a little bit outside. And it's 3-2, full count. Walling on deck for the Tigers. And here's the pitch. That's going to be ball 4. Gets tipped.
That's ball 4.
Full count. Yep, I thought it was ball 4. And that's going to bring up Darian Walling. And we're going to have another pitching conference here, and it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. Well, Hendricks will exit. And it looks like the new pitcher is going to be number 12, Cooper, for the Saints. Coach Goldie has got to be pleased with how his team has played today. No looking strikeouts.
You work and sleep.
Everyone seems to be focused and all in on this one.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And it looks like Hendricks will now be the new shortstop.
And we probably won't leave until 2 to go.
Yeah. So, let me rephrase that. I might go sit on the golf.
No, he's going to be new third baseman. I apologize.
Or we may go a little bit early, and that way he'll sleep. He'll be ready for the nap. But
Well, and that's not for sure because Blake
It's a hot day here at Woodford County Middle School as we await the pitching change here as Cooper is warming up.
we figured we'd just get up and go.
We're in the bottom of the second inning with a 6-0 lead, 2 outs. Malcolm Hawley has parked himself over on third base where he's been for a couple of batters.
And we got a
Dad
king,
has to work, but I think he's only doing a half day or he's gonna work from home.
we have a king size bed, so we all.
And you have a sofa. You're gonna take that pack and play.
Courtney said not. She said he can sleep with us, so I don't know.
Pack the pack and play.
I may just put it in the. I may just put it in the car
For the
if she
very
wants
least,
it.
like,
If she wants to use it, she can
All right.
oh, and for games and stuff, you can bring that and
put
pop
it
it
in the
up and
shade,
put
put
it
some
in there.
toys in there.
And we are about ready to start here again.
Give him like a little fan
Yeah.
or something, one of those like attachable fans.
We need to take some tents too.
Yeah, no, we'll take some tents, but take the pack and play for at the very least for like
Yeah,
games.
I never thought of that. That would be good because you could sit and you could.
And he'll probably be
Play.
that'll keep him content for a little bit at least. I mean, he'll want to walk, but like.
Oh yeah,
Umpire getting ready.
yeah, that'd be good.
Players getting ready. I'm getting ready to talk about more nonsense. And here's Darian.
Come on, Darren.
Runners on the corners. Post pitch from Cooper to Darian. Going to be outside for a ball. One ball. 0 strikes, and runners are going on that, and that's going to be a hit and run, which was successfully done, and Darian has his first hit and RBI of the season.
Good job, guys. Good job.
As that worked to perfection right there, and we got runners on the corners again. And here's Caden Bottinger.
Come on, Kaden.
Darian runs, and that's going to be a ball to Caden, and we have
Come on,
runners on second and third now. Seven nothing's the score here after 2. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jesse Nance is on deck. And that is going to be a foul ball.
Straighten that out.
Over toward the third base dugout, which is where the Tigers are. And the ball rolls back into the field of play miraculously. I love those remote control, drone control balls. Amazon ought to make a good market with that. Here's the pitch from Cooper, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Catcher can't hold on to it. That's going to be a drop third strike, but Caden's going to be out at first, and the inning is over.
All right, guys. Good inning.
6 runs on several hits. 7-0 as we're heading to the third.
Is it 6-0?
Score.
6-0.
7-0.
7-0.
Mount
7.
scored, I forgot. Sorry.
7-0.
Can't take me anywhere.
All right, 7-0. As our catcher had to get a score check there. Tigers have looked absolutely amazing in this game. Take a look at the stats here real quick. 7 hits for the Tigers. Hits by Jesse Nance, Caden Bottinger, 2 by Emerson O'Brien, 1 by Darian Walling, 1 by Matthew Barnett, 1 by Malcolm Hawley. 3 doubles today for the Tigers, and those are going to be 2 by Emerson O'Brien, 1 by Malcolm Hawley. And we've had 6 RBIs, 1 by Braylon Goldie, 2 by Emerson, and 2 by Malcolm, and 7 runs. Those who have scored a run: Jesse, Braylon, Caden, Emerson. Matthew scored 2, and Malcolm with 1. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts for the Tigers. And let's take a look at pitching stats for Jeremiah Combs. He's pitched 2, faced 7 batters, and thrown 21 pitches. And he's walked 2, giving up no runs. And we're back here for the top of the 3rd inning. And he's pitching number 42, Rudd. Post pitch to Rudd is going to be swung on and fouled over the 3rd base dugout. And it is going to end up over someplace behind us. May the ball rest in peace. All right, second pitch here to Rudd. Here's the next pitch, and it's going to be fouled away behind everybody, and it's going to wind up past the grassy knoll. 0-2.
They said it's 2.5 hours, right?
I wonder how far it is from you.
All right.
No, it should be closer.
It should be closer. So probably like an hour 45, if I had to guess. Maybe.
Jeremiah's 3rd delivery to Rudd. It's going to be high for a ball.
Well, I got that room for Sarah.
Next week, Hurricane West Virginia for the Tigers as they're in the West Virginia State Tournament.
It just has one team bet in it.
We'll have the action here, and Rudd is going to hit that ball foul. Rudd's making good contact with the ball for the Saints.
But she couldn't change her stay. She had to book a new one. So.
And here comes the next pitch, and that is going to be a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Perry Elite has arrived here at Woodford County. Another ball hit in the air. And I think that is going to be a base hit. So, kind of out of my sight there. And that's going to be a base hit. Oh, wow. Home Depot's having a sale where I can go buy a fan. Hot dog. Ain't that beautiful? I can get a fan and stay cool. And I know one thing. Right now in this hot heat, my wife's hot. Seriously. Because she's pointing out a fan. That's going to be a strike to number 4 for the Saints. And that's Eisenberg.
It's all going to depend on our
Ball.
There was a death in our family. It was real tragic. And
Runner on first base for the Saints.
do some CNA work, and learn about how to do that. And so and then she got strep on top.
Jeremiah's next pitch. Going to be high.
My advice for Carol is just go pick a friend. You go do your try.
I can help. I mean, I babysit for my grandson, but he's 3 months old, so I'm taking Braylon now to football practice and picking him up.
Jeremiah's next pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Noah Barrett, and that's going to move Rudd down to second base, and it's going to be a 3-1 count.
I told her I'm trying to let her acclimate, and I said I'll work with you just this first month. Let's figure out where you're going to be.
I mean, I could always pick up a long term.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm supposed to talk to her this afternoon, and I didn't call her at all yesterday because I knew she
The next pitch here to Eisenberg is going to be a ball, and that's going to be a walk.
Like I said, I keep him
And that brings us back to the top of the order. Lofton, who is 0 for 1 today. Runners on first and second, and the Saints are making some noise on the base paths. No outs here, top of the third. Tigers have played really good defense today. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball in the dirt, and that's going to move all the runners up one base.
One hand, that ball, one hand.
It's just been so discombobulating. We've had like all these trials. I don't have the heart to say anything to it. We just lost our.
All right. Runners in scoring position now for the Saints with a 7-0 lead for the Tigers. Noah gets the sign from his coach, and here is the pitch from Jeremiah, and that is going to be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lofton. Fouled away. So we have a 1-2 count now.
So Ella was not there when it happened. Her sister, her mom, her stepfather, her sister's fiance Michael, and then her mom.
Jeremiah's thrown 35 pitches in this game. This will be pitch number 36, and that ball is going to be hit to Emerson O'Brien, who can't come up with it. It was a little bloop, and not a whole lot he could have done on that one. He made a diving attempt for it. But that ball was just in that kind of no man's land right there. Not much you can do with that. And that ball's going to be hit over to Jeremiah Combs back at the mound, and that's going to be an out as number 4 just rockets that one back. That line drive ended up being caught by Jeremiah back at the mound. And it's 1 away with runners at first and third. And here's number 24. Number 24 is Sloan. He's 0 for 1, and that's a strike. Game's kind of moving at a pretty fast pace. Jeremiah checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled away for an 0-2 count now to Sloan. Another reminder about the fundraiser at Culver's over off by Meyer at Nicholasville, off Reynolds Road, rather. Foul ball up in the air. Noah Barrett is unable to come down with it behind the plate. Kind of lost it in the sun there as the sun is kind of beaten down. It's kind of like a Genesis song, Hot Sun Beating Down. Burning my feet just a walking around. Remember, I can't dance. I can't sing. That hadn't stopped me. All right. Here's the next pitch here to Sloan. And that's going to be a rocket to Malcolm Hawley. He catches the ball, steps on first base, doubles the runner, and that is going to be the end of the inning. What a play by Malcolm Hawley. Wow, what a play. That would be the end of the inning. 1 run comes across. Going to the bottom of the third. What a play right there. 7-1 after the 7-1. 7-1. All right, bottom of the third. I'll finish up my plug on the fundraiser over at Meyer, over at Culver's, right next to Meyer on Reynolds Road. The team gets a percentage of sales between 5 and 8 that night. Come on out and get a good meal. Support the players as we pay for our last tournament. Now, it's either that or you're going to have to buy pictures of my feet, one of the two. And God knows you don't want to buy pictures of my feet. Because my feet don't look like Sydney Sweeney's feet, I can tell you that right now.
Well, let me tell you, immediately following all this, they had a sign up there saying post for maintenance. I was like, I'm telling you, somebody.
All right, for the Tigers, it's going to be Nance, Barnett, and Goldie. Jesse, Matthew, and Braylon coming up to bat. As right now, it's a beautiful day. We'll see what happens here with the bottom of the third. And it looks like we're going to have a conference with the umpire. I think he needed a ball. Umpire gets a ball from Coach Goldie. Everybody seems to be happy.
Come on, Jesse.
And Nance got on in the second inning on a bunt. And here he is swinging his bat. Although I believe that's Matthew's bat he's swinging. Post pitch from Cooper to Jesse Nance, and that is going to be a ball. And it looks like they had a appeal down the first base umpire who was not paying attention as he was adjusting his water bottle. And that's going to remain a ball. Second pitch. As it gets away from the catcher. 2 balls, 0 strikes to Jesse. Jesse's got great speed, so if he can put it in play, he's got a really good shot of getting on base. Swing and miss.
Keep your head on it.
2 balls, 1 strike to Jesse.
2-1. Here we go. 2-1-0. Let's go.
You can follow along with the game on Game Changer, too. I'm doing it, so who knows if it's right or not. Pitch from Cooper to Jesse. That's going to be a strike looking on the outside corner of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Can't get caught looking at the paint drying here. And Jesse's going to foul that ball off. Made contact with it. Inside, ball 3 as Jesse had to get away from that one. And now we got a full count. Jesse gets on base. It's going to cause havoc on the base paths for the Saints. And here's the next pitch, and it is going to be a ball. And Jesse will get on with a walk. And here comes Matthew. Bosnian folk music for the pitcher and outfielder for the Bryan Station Defenders. He led the Bryan Station JV team in batting average, too, as he does the Rawlings Tigers. Pitch to Matthew, and Matthew's going to hit that ball in the right field, and that is going to fall. That is going to be a base hit. Jesse had to be held up at first, but he is going to be safe. As he beats the throw over, and Matthew got another hit.
Come on, Braylon.
And here's Braylon Goldie with 2 on, no outs, and he's got a chance to get an RBI here, and Jesse looks like he came up limping a little bit.
Come on, Braylon.
Braylon getting the signs from his dad. Matthew at first, Jesse at second. Probably the two fastest players on this team are on base. And Jesse is going to draw a throw over to second base from Cooper. Cooper a little nervous about Jesse. I think he sees the speed. Faster than a NASCAR car, Jesse Nance. Here's the pitch, and Braylon's going to hit a line drive over the head of the shortstop, and that's going to score. That's going to score Jesse. It should. Ball's going to be thrown. Braylon's going to get the second. Matthew's going to get the third. Matthew's going to score as the ball's thrown past the second baseman. And 2 scores there as the ball's thrown around a little bit. That's going to be 9-1. 9-1. And that's going to bring Emerson O'Brien up, who's already has 2 hits and a couple of RBIs here. 9-1, Tigers lead.
Come on, Em.
Umpire says play with Braylon on second. Here's the pitch, and it is going to be a ball. Tigers versus Perry Elite coming up at noon on this same YouTube station. And that's going to be a ball. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Malcolm Hawley on deck. That ball's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to advance Braylon to third. 3-0 is the count.
Come on, Em.
We have any outs?
No outs. 3-0 count to Emerson. And the pitch from Cooper is going to be low, ball 4. Emerson's going to take a nice little walk over to first base. And here's Malcolm Hawley with 0 outs and 2 on. Malcolm's 1 for 2 in this game as he hit a rocket over the head of the left fielder in the last inning. And here's the pitch from Cooper, and that's going to be a strike.
All right, come on, now you've seen it.
The next pitch, going to be a ball. One ball, 1 strike to Malcolm. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be in the dirt and gets away from the catcher, and that is going to score Braylon Goldie. Emerson will advance to second, and that is going to be now a 10-1 ball game. 2-1.
Thanks, Blue. Let's go, Malcolm.
10-1. And here's the next pitch. Ball. 3-1. Umpire tells the pitcher it's outside. He needs to bring it in, which is sound advice. Malcolm wishes he'd bring it in so he can pound it. And Malcolm's going to hit that ball, and it is going to be a fair ball. Foul ball, rather. I thought that was going to be fair.
No, looks like
It hit the line here, but I've kind of got an obstructed view here with this Woodford County all-in sign on the dugout, which I guess Woodford County is happy that they're all in.
Come on, Malcolm.
And we have a full count, 3-2. Pitch to Malcolm. Malcolm's going to pop that ball up, and it is going to be in the right fielder's glove for an out. That's the first out of the inning. Not far enough to advance Emerson. Matthews catches that ball in right field.
Come on, Noah.
And here's Noah Barrett. Noah's 0 for 1 looking for his first hit. He walked in his last at bat. And the pitch to him is going to be fouled off a bunch of folks there. Off the bat, off the catcher, off the umpire, off the fence. And it's going to be...
have like Tylenol or ibuprofen or Advil in your, you don't walk to your car. I think I do.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that is going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to put Emerson on third base. 10-1 the score here. The Tigers lead. And here comes the next pitch, and that is going to be a swing and a miss.
Get on it.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Noah. Love to see Noah get a hit here. And Noah is going to swing and miss. The ball gets away from the catcher again, but that's going to be a drop third strike throw out to the first baseman. Runner on third. Two away for Ryan Payton.
Come on, Smalls.
First pitch to Ryan's going to be a ball. Hoping to get another run in here. Don't want to leave Emerson on third base. It's not fun to leave your friend stranded. That ball's going to be popped up in the air. There is a possibility of a play on it. No, there's not. It's going to get into the dugout over on the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, you don't want to leave Emerson stranded. It's not nice to leave your friend stranded. Your prom date maybe, but your friends no.
Go, Ryan.
And that ball's going to be hit down to the third baseman, who picks it up, throws it over to first base, and that's going to be the inning. Emerson does get stranded at third base, but a couple more runs come across, 10-1. And that will bring Jeremiah out for the 4th inning.
Don't they just play an hour and a half?
All right, that's going to be the end of that inning.
Probably.
Going to adjust the camera here.
I gave him 8 Gatorade. He has about 7 Gatorades. Okay, Mom. I'm so good with it. Except today we went to Newburgh once, and then we came back and ended up going to... Yeah, that's kind of...
All right, that should straighten the camera back up right there. As we had a little bit of a lean there, but it'll be all right. And let's see some stats here. Jeremiah Combs has thrown 41 pitches over 3 innings.
On the hour, so we're gonna do that.
Well, I told him to do it to you. He said, Sarah choked me.
All right, here we go. Back for the 4th inning here at Woodford County Middle School, and it looks like Jeremiah's out there for another inning of work. Umpires getting ready, players are ready. And the Perry Elite's waiting to take on the Tigers here after this game. The Perry Elite look like they are affiliated with Perry Central High School down in Hazard. In Perry County, Kentucky. Huh? Yeah, it's in my bucket. All right, Cooper's batting for the Saints, number 12. Top of the 4th inning, he's 0 for 1. And here's the pitch. Ball 1, as the umpire says, that is too low. 10-1 the score here in the 4th inning. Jeremiah's next pitch is going to be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's going to be a foul ball. Jesse Nance gives it a chase, but watches it go over the fence in right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes on that foul ball. Jesse lost his cap there, had to pick it up. That's going to be a high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little high on that one. This will be Jeremiah's 46th pitch. And there it goes. And that's going to be hit down the 3rd base line. It's going to be a fair ball. And Ryan Payton gets it over to Malcolm Hawley for the out. What a great play right there by Ryan Payton. 1 away now. Defense has been outstanding today for the Tigers. All right, looks like we are ready to go here. Number 8, Hendricks, the starting pitcher. 0-0, and that's going to be a foul ball. Back against the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back against the backstop. 0-0-0. High ball 2. Jeremiah's delivery is going to be hitting the plate, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Hendricks. Ball 4, and that's going to be a walk. Saints have a runner on first with a 10-1 deficit A deficit that's almost as big as the national debt. Almost.
And I just happened to walk to the fence and say, "Do you have the car started?" No. Then you're just sitting in the
Palmer, number 2, is up to bat for the Saints. And that was a beautiful hit and run there by the Saints, and that is going to be a base hit. Matthew retrieves it, throws it back into Emerson, and the Saints have 2 on.
Go, Jeremiah.
One away with 2 on. And here's number 14, Matthews, the 7th hitter in the order for the Saints. And that ball is going to be low for ball 1. Low pitch there. Next pitch is going to be fouled off. Matthews is swinging a nice looking blue and pink Louisville Slugger.
My legs are hot.
Going to be another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Doug, how many pitches he at?
55. And that's going to be a ball that's going to hit the home plate. It's going to bounce around. Noah loses it on the bounce.
Way to hustle, Noah.
3-1.
Go, Tigers!
I know where you're going. We got 1 out. Know where you're going.
Runners in scoring position for the Saints, and Matthews is going to follow that one away, and he got a full count. With the 58th pitch now for Jeremiah Combs, as he's pitched 3 1/3 innings for the Tigers. Here's the strike. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a catch by Braylon Goldie in left field, and nobody's going to advance. So that ball is hitting the left field. Braylon Goldie got it.
Got 2 out. 2 out.
And here's number 42, Rudd. Rudd's 1 for 1, and he swings at the first pitch and misses. The next pitch here by Jeremiah is going to be a hit by pitch.
Pick it up, Jeremiah.
Rudd got hit by the pitch. And now we've got 2 outs and the base is full of Saints. And in the words of the Skids, the Saints are coming. I guess Green Day and U2 did the same thing too. The Saints are coming. And it looks like the Perry Elite is going over to the post base dugout. Yes, the post base dugout. They are wearing white over there for the Perry Elites. White and green. I believe that's the color of the Perry Central Commodores, if I'm not mistaken. The Mound Conference has ended. And they've decided that my favorite ice cream is chocolate cookie dough chips.
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
I don't know, chocolate cookie dough chips. Let's describe it correctly.
It's not what it's called.
All right, number 4, Eisenberg, the 9th hitter at bat. And that's going to be a strike. Jeremiah trying to get out of this inning. 2 outs, bases loaded. Second pitch from Jeremiah Eisenberg is going to be fouled away.
Behind.
And we're going to have the third pitch here. Next pitch here is going to be hit into left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit, and that is going to score one.
So 10-2.
10-2. On that little blue pop fly.
Let's go, JC.
That was going to be a hard catch for anybody to make because that ball was not hit very high in the air.
There you go. Good.
And the first pitch is a strike to number 5, Lofton, the leadoff hitter. Second pitch is going to be fouled up, and it's going to be out of play over the third base dugout into something that kind of looks like a garden. That kind of looks like it.
Jay, what is that? Is that for you? For your game?
And that ball's going to be rocketed up the middle for a base hit. Matthew's going to get it, and he's going to throw it back into the infield, and that's going to score another run for the Saints, and it's 10-3.
One out. Come on, Jeremiah.
Okay, remember these are yours and you have to take these to your game. So you are not to rank
10-3. And here's number 4, Rogers. Rogers is 0 for 1 in this game, and that's going to be a ball. Ten to 3.
Come on, Tigers.
And that ball is going to be hit softly to Caden Bottinger at second, and he's going to throw over to first, and that's going to be the end of the inning.
Good job, Tigers.
And it looks like that's going to be the end of the ball game. 10-3 is the final score. And they play again at noon, so we'll play the Perry Elite at noon. We'll be back at noon for that game. I'm going to send a new link out for everybody, so stay tuned if you're on the Game Changer app for the link, or just come on back to the Rawlings Tigers 15U YouTube page, as YouTube loves this channel, as does the nation of Serbia. So we will see you back here in a few minutes.
Nation of Serbia, you are silly.
Good game, guys.
I'll move him back up.
I got it.
I didn't expect it.
I don't know where anything else is at.
Do we want music between games?
You can do it if you want.